Welcome to Football Rivals. This is the conclusion to Week 6 in the Football Rivals College Edition. It has been an action-packed, fun-filled, crazy week. Some almost upsets, and some dominant play by dominant teams. Today we have Florida State Seminoles taking on the Maryland Terrapins, two user-submitted players teams. Brandon Smith in his second year at defensive end, leading the prolific defensive strike of the Seminoles, and Christian Bacigalupi leading the charge for the Maryland side of the ball. It should be a good one. We have lots of action-packed, friction-filled football. I'm trying to alliterate for you guys. But here we go. Should be a good game. Old rivalry. Old ACC rivalry. Maryland in the Big Ten. Survived the relegation. Stays in the Big Ten. And will be representing the Big Ten Conference in the ACC versus Big Ten Conference Game of the Week. We have Sunday Night Football here on Football Rivals. Stadium's packed. Crowd's ready. The teams are warmed up. Everyone's ready to go. You see Brandon Smith down there at the coin toss. Seminoles getting ready. Bacigalupi right there, the oddly numbered 55, playing free safety for the Terrapins, has had a great year so far. Both these teams have had a pretty, not disappointing, but not up to par season that they expected to have, as the kickoff, as expected, is boomed into the back of the kickoff, the back of the end zone, and Maryland will take the touchback. We will see Brandon Smith first here, as you see him there playing the left end, number 77, against this Terrapin offense, who comes out in shotgun, 3 wide left, first play of the game. Tate takes a shot over the middle and dumps it over the top to Terrence Beverly for a 6-yard reception. As Maryland, this is their offense. They dink and dunk, then take shots. Jason Tate, who he's got to be, I haven't seen the stats, which will come out after tonight's game. Jason Tate's got to be leading in the interceptions in the league. He's throwing 4 or 5 a game as he takes a shot downfield and a nice 15-yard reception to Martin Burnett. See a quick release there by the tight end. Great route by the big guy, big fella, who rumbled and set a school record last week in the televised game. This is actually, now that I think about it, Maryland went to triple overtime last week. And Burnett was pretty much the star of the game late in the game, starting in the fourth quarter and into the 3 overtimes. As Tate drops back in shotgun formation and takes a shot to the sideline again, and this time with a 4-yard reception. I believe that's 3 or 4 plays in a row. Yep, 3 of 3 for Jason Tate here. The booth's going to review if that was a catch or not. It looked pretty close to me. I don't know. That might be incomplete. It looked like he had a foot down, foot up, catch the ball, foot down in the white. And it's right. The play's reversed. That will make Tate 2 of 3 instead of the 3 of 3 that we were just raving about. That brings up 2nd and 10 here. They run for the first time and a little delayed handoff, and 41 breaks through the tackle. Trey Hartman, who had a pretty good game last week. I believe he hit 100 yards. First run of the game for him, a delayed handoff up the gut for 9-yard carry, and that's a great way to start the offense here, and the crowd is feeling it. After he gets a 9-yard bust up the middle, and they come out in an I formation, they're going to run it right down their throat. Nope, they toss it wide. He's got blockers set up. Ooh, he took the long road home. He should have just cut up field in the corner. Stiffs him at the end, and he gets a 0-yard carry. And that very promising drive by the Maryland ends up 4th and 1, and they will boom the punt. And it's going to be a touchback. Seminoles coming out. Graves is actually, he's taken a lot of heat the last season. Run the option. He breaks through tackles. He should pitch it. He should have pitched it. Graves broke through 3 tackles in the backfield, powered over the defenders, and he should have pitched the ball, but he didn't, and instead falls down at the line of scrimmage. If he would have had the wherewithal to realize what was going on around him, he would have pitched to his halfback, who had the sidelines, nothing around him, no one near him. It would have been 8 to 12 yards before the first defender even got to him. They run the same play this time. This time he pitches, and it's a 2-yard gain as he pitched out to Reed for the pitch option, and he does manage to get, he actually got 3 yards. They called it a 2-yard carry, but it's going to be 3rd and 7, which means it was a 3-yard. The Seminoles come out 4 wide, delayed handoff up the middle. That was a questionable call there on 3rd and 7 as they hand it to Nick Reed, who gets a 3-yard carry. But again, 4th and 5, so really a 2-yard carry, as the Seminoles will punt the ball away after their first go at offense also. Punts away, it's returnable, and he gets swallowed up. Taiwan Pierre, who had a pretty good game returning kicks and punts last week, gets a nice return here. And the Seminoles come back out on defense, led by Brandon Smith. It's Maryland offset I, tight end left formation, running up the gut with Hartman again. He got to the line of scrimmage, didn't like what he saw, and tried to turn it to the outside, and gets nothing, but he does get a 2-yard gain. As Hartman trying to do a little juking and jiving, and that's not his style. He's more of an up-the-gut type guy. He needs to run more north and south. Tate takes the empty set 5 wide and hits Huff out on an 8-yard reception. Perfect read. Perfect play by the Terrapins there. And Tate is 3 of 4 now. They come out 4 deep on the line here, the Seminoles do. Play action, he's got time, he's just sitting back there, takes a shot downfield, and he's got a guy on the sideline, Jeff Murphy, for a 27-yard reception. Great pass and catch by Tate. Tate is a totally different guy these last 2 or 3 weeks. He went from he was, like I said, he was leading, he probably is leading the league in interceptions, but he was not leading the league in touchdowns. Usually if you take those big gambles, you're 50-50 one or the other, but he was not. But these last couple games, he has played a hell of a game as he takes just slingshots a dot there as they hand off to Hartman strong right. He barrels forward for a 3-yard reception. And Hartman, man, he is like the old school Big Ten Woody Hayes style run, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. He just rumbles up the middle, gets a lot of, gets his 3 to 5 yards, and just falls down to the ground. They hardly ever take him down on the first hit. It usually takes 1 or 2 guys hitting him twice to get through. As they hand off on a little, he's got blocker set up. Ooh, and Hartman takes a shot from the corner. Andrew Clark comes up. Great play there as you see him going wide, and he came up and just lit him up. As now the Terps come out, and it will be 3rd and 8 from their own 21-yard line. Or from the Seminoles' 21-yard line. Tate takes a shot. He's got a guy over the middle releasing. He hits him in stride, and it's Beverly, 2-yard reception, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5 in field goal range, which should be the first points of the game for us. Kicks up, and it's good. Maryland leads 3-0 over the Seminoles. This was not a televised game, so whatever this says should be the final. So Alabama did spank San Diego State. Most of those highlights are irrelevant because the games are not recorded in order. It has been said, I will say it again, just for people listening that are new to the show or new to the league, we are at 300 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you very much to the public, to the fans. To you that aren't, go in and click the subscribe button. Hit the logo on your screen right there. It'll take you to the league. Subscribe, like, comment. Go join the socials. Join the league. Make a player. Own a team. Come be a rival in the football rivals. I'll tell you what, in the Discord, the league-only Discord, there's been a lot of rivalry talk in the last couple weeks, a lot of trash talk, as some new guys are coming in for the year 3 recruits. Regardless, Graves takes the ball, hits a guy in stride out to the outside, breaks his first tackle, and then Bachagalupi comes in and cleans up. As it will be 3rd and 3. And usually the scoreboard is jacked up at the start of the game, and once someone scores, it goes away. But I see it decided. Lovely mod. I can't wait to get off onto the new game. We'll see what happens as he barrels forward, takes a shot, spins inside, and gets the first down. Reed does. And it's 1st and 10. All that is a very long way to say that I know the scoreboard's messed up. It will come back, I promise you. Graves takes a shotgun set. They run a run-and-shoot base offense here at Florida State, and he sidesteps out of one tackle, shimmies into another, and takes the sack as it'll be 2nd and 3. Maryland with the big defensive play. Little sidestep do-si-do right into the arms of 94 there. And Graves will be in the draft. It's already been stated. But he definitely will be at the end as he takes a shot down the middle of the field and overthrows his intended receiver. Bachagalupi on coverage. Great play there by the Maryland defense. 3rd and 13. Graves takes a shotgun. Hits a guy in the flats. This will not be a first. Ooh! He smacked the defender in the mouth. That might have been back. That might have been old Bachagalupi taking the worst of that forearm there. As the Seminole fought for the first down, got denied, and punts on 4th and 5. Graves, the quarterback for Florida State, as I was saying, he will be in the inaugural Pro League draft. This guy right here is trying to make some noise, trying to get into the draft. We'll see what happens with Tate. He might be he might shimmy his way into there. He definitely will not be a top 10 quarterback, though. I can just tell you that. Come out in a heavy set, 3-step drop. He hits his tight end out in the little tight end quick screen swing pass for a 1-yard gain. In Maryland, they run the Vanderbilt offense, which is a multiple style playbook. And you can see they run very multiple styles as they came out in a big set, heavy set. Now they come out in a wide left, and they hand it up to Hartman, and he rumbles forward for a first down there on 2nd and 9. Picks up about 11. That'll be first down, Maryland. Great offensive play there. Great offensive call, and here we go. This is just proves the point of the multiple offense again as they come out 3 wide left, wide right. Setting up the screen. He's got it set up. Ooh, and it's boxed in there by the defensive end. Defensive tackle. Big 63 ate his lunch and spat it out. He just read that perfectly, set it up. Tate had nowhere to go with it except to give Hartman a chance, and it's a loss of 6. And it'll be 2nd and 16 here for the Terrapins. I'm out in I formation. This has got to be a play-action pass. Take your shot here. No, they hand it off, and he runs right into the defender. The right end there, number 95, came streaking, screaming down the sideline, or down the box, I should say. Both defenses are giving the offensive linemen fits here. You see Florida State, number 25 in the nation. They do have a top 25 ranking at 2 and 2. Maryland at 1 and 2. They come out in 5 wide. Tate empties the set, 3rd and 17, takes a shot. He passes it short, and he gets shakuzlas as Beverly gets his 3rd catch of the game. And it's no dice. 4th and 12. That was a 5-yard gain by Maryland on 4th and 17, or 3rd and 17. And the punt is away. He will return it. He's got blockers set up, and he runs into the middle, tries to get it to the outside, and Stephen Clark gets a 13-yard return. The Seminoles are in business here with pretty good field position. Get it on the 28-yard line of their own side of the field. Graves has got to do what he does and take some shots here. They run another option, another one of those speed option plays, and he keeps the ball. He didn't pitch it out. There was no really, if you read the read, There, he should have pitched it there. He had the guy. But regardless, it will be 2nd and 13 after the 3-yard loss by Graves. Graves takes a lot of heat by the public, by his own teammates, by the fans. A lot of people don't like Graves. Like I said, he will be in the first draft by the Pro Series, so it'll be interesting to see if he gets drafted, where he goes to, and what his overalls will be. Because he's got the skills, he just not so sure about what to do with them on their offense. It's like he can lead the team, but he just doesn't take the shots he needs to, and when he does, it's incomplete, or he turns it over. As he takes the smart shot there. 10-yard reception on 3rd down. 3rd down and 15. Gets 10 yards. Short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 5 and a punt. Booming punt as he catches the punt. Let's watch the replay. Muffs the punt. Trips over his own blocker, falls down, somehow manages to gain 3 yards in that process. That was a funny one. As Maryland comes out in an offset eye, strong eye formation, drops back to pass. Tate hits the tight end, releasing, and that's Big Burnett again. 4-yard reception. As he's just trying to he's already broken the records for the season. He's just trying to shatter them now at this point. Every play, he's like, give me the ball, feed me, keep me hungry, keep me from going hungry. I want the ball every play. They come out under center, 3 wide, play action. Tate takes a shot downfield. His receiver comes back to the ball. That's Beverly on the 11-yard reception. His 4th of the day for 24 yards. And that was a great passing catch as Beverly realized the ball was underthrown. He was covered up. Tate underthrows it to a spot where he knew he could get to as they delay handoff, and Hartman, great play. 6-yard rush on the delay run, and he's now at 29 yards on 8 carries for a 3.6-yard average. Great running so far by Hartman. Come out too tight, too wide, deep set by the halfback. Big 7-step drop. He hits the receiver, Beverly, out there on an out route. Deep out for a 10-yard gain, and that's his 5th of the game for 34 yards. We've still yet to see a touchdown. Both teams seem to be filling each other out as it's bunch formation to the right. Swing, jet sweep to the left side. Oh, he gets decleated. Murphy. My Murphy gets decleated out there by the big man. That looked like the safety came up and just crushed his hopes and dreams, and he is no longer on the field, as that was a big play. After that play, Maryland comes out on 2nd and 5. They pitch it out to Hartman, and he's going to get hit hard in the backfield for a 4-yard loss by Jacob McDaniel. This was a great read. This is what you need to watch, young men. Outside linebacker. Read the play, followed the ball, put his nose down, and made a big hit, which brings up 3rd and 9, 3 wide. Tate comes out under shotgun. He's got time. They're blitzing. He hits a man. He's got the first down. It's going to be close. Yes, Joseph gets the first down as he leaned just far enough forward on the reception to get a 9-yard gain for the first down. And Tate is now 12 of 13. Pretty impressive for a guy that usually throws 17 interceptions in a game. Under center, wide receiver in motion. Drops back, quick release as he hits the guy that was in motion, which was Murphy. Murphy in motion. Murphy's taking some hits as he's still on his hands and knees there, catching his breath. He's been taking some hits over the middle there. He got decleated on that end around. Now he got hit hard by the linebacker going over the middle. To come out in offset formation to the right. A little counter action here as Hartman takes the ball and puts a defender on his butt. And that was Dan Joseph who came in to give Hartman a breather. Big run there by Joseph. He fed that defender forearm. He just crushed him and kept on running over his body. They're going to run a pitch. He hits Hartman on the pitch, and it's going to be short. Great play by the defense there, as it's going to bring up 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it. Maryland's going to go for it here. Let's see what they call. High formation, strong left. Drops back to pass. Takes a shot. He's got a guy, and it looks like Burnett. No, that's Hartman on the release. Let's see the replay, guys. Come on, show us a replay. Oh, they're not going to show the replay, as that puts Tate over 100 yards throwing on the day in the second quarter. 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. And that was a ballsy call on 4th and 1. They ran a pass, hit Hartman on the release, 5 wide here, as he hits a guy out in the flats doing a little shallow hook, and it's Murphy back in the game after reeling after 2 big hits back-to-back earlier about 3 plays ago. As Murphy runs a quick little hook, Graves sees him, hits him in the backfield, or hits him out in the flats. 8-yard gain. Maryland's driving here. Will Maryland be the first touchdown of the game? Under formation, too tight, 2 wide left, strong to the left, fullback motion to the right side. Hands it off to Hartman. Hartman puts his foot down and bulldozes over and that's Joseph again, man. Joseph he is the bulldozer, I'm going to clear the way style halfback that comes in when they need some tough yards, as they come out 3 wide left. Tate takes a deep release. Oh, this is not a good play, as he gets it to Joseph, and Joseph is fighting forward, and he doesn't quite get the first down, as it looked like he was going to get hit in the backfield for a loss, but he fights forward, and Maryland's going for it again on 4th and 1. Maryland's going for it again. They're not trying to tie it, as Florida State has got everybody on the line of scrimmage here. They're letting the clock tick down, under a minute in the first half. Letting the clock tick down probably to 2 or 3 seconds. Then they're going to release, snap the ball. They snap it. They hand it off to Hartman. Hartman's got, and he gets stood up. Hartman gets stood up. He got a 1-yard gain, but it was not enough for the first down, as Maryland fails on 4th and 1, gets stood up there by the defender, wrapped up by the other 2 guys coming in and clean it up. And Florida State with a great 4-down stand. The second one was not the charm. And Maryland is now on defense, led by Bacigalupi. Sorry, guys. In the excitement, I had my mic muted, and that was a play by Graves there in his own end zone, as he's standing in his own end zone again and takes a dart out to Colley. Reggie Colley, who didn't have a reception until very late in their last game last week. We didn't even know he was still on the team, as Graves is now 6 of 8. I'm impressed both quarterbacks have not thrown an interception yet. These quarterbacks are known for that. As the clock ticks down, and that will be the end of the first half. Great defensive game here. Florida State, number 25 in the nation. Maryland, 1-2. Florida State, 2-2. Is being led by Maryland 3-0 at halftime. Which coach, which team, which scheme is going to work as they go into halftime and make their adjustments? I'm going to take a break to wet my whistle here, watch the great Nissan Versa, and we'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, and we are ready to roll here. As you're seeing the highlights from the first quarter, lots of big hits, lots of brutal plays by the running game, really, for Maryland, as Maryland really has not taken many shots with Tate. Graves has not been afraid to take some shots, but they're just not taking many downfield. As the user submitted recruit, Christian Bacigalupi has really helped this Maryland defense, who was a doormat last season, turn around. Yes, they're 1-2. Yes, they've played brutal, physical games against very top-notch teams, but that's life in the Big Ten. And when you're rebuilding a team like Maryland is, kudos to Bacigalupi for going to Maryland his hometown team, and he has helped turn them around. On the flip side, Brandon Smith doing what he does. This is the second year. He will be probably one of the top 3 defensive end prospects going into the draft next year, or in September, I should say, as Florida State has looked good on defense. Florida State was the team that knocked off NC State last year, and NC State was number 1. They were top 3. I can't remember. They might have been number 1 in the nation, and they were picked to win the ACC and play in the national championship, and they lost to Florida State late, led by Brandon Smith's attack at defensive end. But that was last year. This is this year. That's why you build rivalries. That's what Football Rivals does, is we build rivalries and crush everyone's hopes and dreams that try to get in our way. As Graves takes a shot downfield to Brian Williams. No, this is not the Brian Williams from Dateline or whatever news show that is. This is Brian Williams that Dave Graves is hitting and going 8 of 10 for 45 and a first down by the Seminoles. Come out 3 wide. Graves taking a shallow drop. He's rolling. He's decided to try to run, and he turns the corner into the welcome arms of Jacob Carroll, who said, "Come here, big fella. I'll take you to the promised land," which is right here on the ground for a 4-yard loss and a sack. Maryland's defense continues to be stout against the number 25 team in the nation. Florida State comes out in a 4 wide. Graves will hand it off up the middle. It looked like a read that he could have kept to try to take a shot downfield, maybe an RPO type style. But he hands it off to Reed for a no gainer. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Seminoles. He comes out 5 wide. They blitz in the corner. He hits a guy over the middle. He fights and rolls and fights and swims and gets 7 yards. And it's going to be 4th and 3 for the Seminoles as their opening drive of the second half goes nowhere, just like most of the other drives. Well, all of the other drives, because they have 0 points. And they will boot it away here on 4th down. Tries to pin it in the end zone or in the coffin corner. Looks like it bounced back for a touchback. Let's see what the refs say. And it does, as Maryland will take over on the 20-yard line. Here's that bunch formation to the right. Hands it off to Hartman. Hartman fights, punches the first guy. Falls forward for a yard, and it will be 2nd and 9. Maryland comes out 2nd and 9. Tate takes a shot. That was actually Trey Hartman on the pass. The running back takes a shot. Confused everybody, including myself. Brings up 3rd and 9. Tate takes a short drop. He's got blocks. He hits a guy over the middle. It looks like he could get the first down. He does as he runs forward, and he gets hit and falls forward as Murphy gets a 15-yard reception there. Great play. Just releases him to the flats. Tate sees him, hits him early so he can turn and sprint and get the first down, and that's all you hope from your quarterback there. You see the offensive production. Florida State has 55 yards of offense, and Maryland has 166, as that's been the way the game's going. As Tate drops back, hits Hartman out of the backfield. Hartman is just punching. He's Rocky Balboa in his way. It's pretty impressive Hartman's been. Pitch out to the left to Hartman. Oh, his blocker kind of missed the first block that he could have sprung him. That was actually the guy that ended up tackling him. As Hartman is now 13 of 35 for a 2.7 yard average, 0 touchdowns. And there have been 0 touchdowns in the game so far. Here's that bunch right formation. Ooh, releases a guy in motion to come block, and it's a pitch again. Ooh, and this time he read it perfectly. It's Tony Sampson, who has had a big game so far, gets his 5th tackle, 2nd for loss. And he just came streaking in like a bolt of lightning. Read that play perfectly and stopped this Maryland attack early. And here comes Maryland at a 2nd and 13, 4 wide, deep shotgun. Quick release. Oh! Murphy, man. Murphy is taking shot after shot as he is just upended like a tree falling in the forest again. Murphy, man. Somebody's going to have to check that guy for CTE by the end of the game. As it's now 3rd and 7. Maryland drops back. Tate's got a shot. He's got guys open. He takes a shot deep over the middle, and it's almost intercepted by Rodney Jackson. And you saw right there why he plays defense. But he played defense, and he stopped that play as Maryland will punt the ball. Maryland punts it away. Sorry, I was getting a drink there between all this action. Both teams are playing such good defense that there's not that many plays between as Graves takes a shot and finally hits Brian Williams for an 18-yard reception. That might have been the longest play from scrimmage for the Seminoles today. As he finally takes a medium shot. Just great route there. Left the defender standing there looking silly with the check saying, "Where's my date?" Seminoles come out, 3 wide left. Man to the right. Graves, hands off to the right. He's got a blocker. He fights through the first guy, punches the second guy, and he's falling forward as Nick Reed gets a tough 9 yards. Leading to his 22nd of the game. 5 carries, 22 yards. Maybe the Seminoles need to run some more to try to get the pass set up, but they are coming out there. Like I said, they run a run and shoot offense, and they are pass heavy as Graves play action takes a shot to the flats out to the left side, and he has a first down to Heath Johnson on a 5-yard play. That's how this Seminoles offense runs, man. They would rather throw for 3 to 5 yards than run for 3 to 5 yards. And that's a quarterback's dream. Or it could be what Graves has faced a lot this year, a quarterback's nightmare. As he comes out, play action. Oh, it confused the defender, and he had a guy downfield. Graves had the play, confused the guy blitzing. There was a defender just streaking in on there with a bead on his head. Confused the defender on the play action. Had a receiver downfield and missed him as he takes another shot over the middle, and he misses 2 in a row. Bad passes by Graves. 2 bad plays by the Seminoles offense. And it's 3rd and 10 now, right at midfield. They're at the 48 of the Maryland Terrapins. Graves comes out 4 wide, drops back. He winds up, takes a shot downfield, and then throws an interception. And Maryland intercepts it. He's gonna get brought down from behind though, as Graves finally shows Taiwan Pierre just a bad play, bad read by the quarterback. Interception, and that's probably, I think, the first turnover of the game by either team. As that, you can hear this crowd now. Maryland is in this game. They smell blood. They need to go downfield and take some shots as they hand it off to Hartman, and he is... I don't know how that was not a horse collar by Sampson, as he pulled him by the Sampson hair, if he would have had it, and just yanked him backwards and said, "No, sir, sit your butt down," as it's a 3-yard loss there, and it's going to be 2nd and 13 for Maryland. Tate drops back, takes a shot over the middle, and he hit him on a dot, a laser frozen rope dot, whatever you want to call it. And that's Murphy. Murphy has been the man. He's getting my respect today. Running the routes over the middle that no one else wants to run, taking the shots. That time he gets to play. Big play for 14 yards and the first down for the Maryland Terrapins. Maryland's driving now after that interception. Hands it off to Hartman, who cuts outside. He outruns the defenders, and he's going to get a big 10-yard carry for a first down as Big Trey Hartman gets the ball on a 16th carry of the game so far. He's going to hit 25 to 30 carries in this game, I believe. As Maryland comes out 4 wide, Hartman steps up the block. Oh, takes a shot. He had it. If he would have floated that out to that, he had a receiver going towards the corner of the end zone out there. Didn't see the safety coverage at the time. I'd have to watch the replay. But if he floated it, that might have been 6 points. But he hits Murphy over the middle for another big, tough 6 yards again. He floats one out to the left side this time and hits Huff on a 9-yard reception. And Tate is feeling it. Tate is going to take these points as he's now 21 of 23 for a $171. And Maryland can feel it. Maryland's itching to get this first touchdown of the game. Come out bunch right formation, motion left, that fullback block. Oh, and Florida State is in an all-out blitz, and he comes in and just crushes. As that is Tony Sampson, guys. If he is not, and whoever number 20 is, number 20, I got to look on my roster sheet. Number 20 has been upending Murphy all game. He came blitzing in there from the corner. That was an all-out zero blitz as Florida State comes in and just demolishes. Hartman, or that's not Hartman, that's the backup. He comes in and he hits. Oh, that is Hartman. Hartman hits and rolls and falls forward for a 7-yard carry as it's now 18 carries for 43 yards. 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. 40 seconds in the 3rd quarter left. Come out, empty set, 5 wide, takes short drop. Oh, he had a guy in the flats. He had Hartman in the flats. As the defender stepped up and hit him as he was throwing it. And there goes our hopes and dreams fans of as this crowd is a little stunned by the play call, by the play action, by the play of the Terrapins. As it goes, and it's still just a 1-score game with 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 6-0. The kick is off, and it most likely will be a touchback. And it is. He muffs it, but he still does a touchback. And Graves in this Florida State offense comes out, and after surviving what they just survived on that, throwing an interception, Maryland drives down the field, and Brandon Smith and the defense saves their butts, holds them to a field goal. Graves in this Florida State team has to take a shot downfield and get some points. As Graves releases out to the left side, falls forward for a 4-yard rush. Nothing to write home about there on that play. Florida State, like I said, they've got to get some points in this game. 8 seconds left. This is going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter as he floats one down the middle. He's got a guy in his... It went through about 7 guys' hands. As he floated it, he had him. Put a little more air under that young man, and you would have had a big play there. As they come out 4 wide, 3rd and 6. This will be the last play. Ooh, takes a bullet shot down the sideline. He's got a guy. He caught the ball. He beat the defenders, and Bachelor saves the touchdown as Brian Williams releases on a 44-yard reception down the left sideline. Let's see this replay. No, show me the 44-yarder. As that was a way to end a quarter. And Florida State's sideline is electric over there as they hush this crowd right before the 4th quarter. They better hope that their defense steps up now because Florida State is feeling it as they go down. And after that big play, Graves is now 12 of 18 for 119 yards. And he comes out in 4 wide. Just keep feeding him. He hits a guy out in the flats and toe taps Collie. Collie gets, as my colleague says, all 3 feet down. He got all 3 feet down on that reception, made sure he had the ball, and got a 5-yard. Why are we so excited over a 5-yard reception? Because that was a pro-style catch. As Graves with the bunny hop back, he hits the guy on the flats, and it's going to fall forward for the first down as Williams gets another back-to-back reception for 6 yards, and that is first down Seminoles, and they are driving. Florida State comes out in 4 wide, shotgun formation, hands it off to Reed up the middle. He's got a big hole, and he gets 8 yards on the rush. And Florida State's going down the field, guys. They're feeling, they know they can take the lead on this drive if they get a touchdown. Florida State comes out 3 wide right. 2nd and 2. 7 minutes left in the game as he floats it out, throws it away. Florida State comes out on 3rd and 2, 7 minutes, 6 seconds left in the game. Hands it off to Reed. He's got a hole. He fights through the first defender. He falls forward for a first down on the 2-yard. That was the most exciting 2 yards that Florida State's done all game as Reed falls forward, and they have it on the 6-yard line. We need a touchdown. Everyone is cheering for a touchdown. Sorry about you, Gloopy, but we need a touchdown as fans of football. Graves takes a shot. He's got a guy over the middle. He falls for the first guy, and Doug Haley on a 3-yard reception brings up 2nd and goal, and that was his first catch of the game. I believe he's the tight end. And Graves is 15 of 22 now. Let's get a touchdown in that column, or will Bacigalupi in this Maryland defense step up and stop him. Bunny hop back. He's got a guy on the flats. He hits him. Keith Johnson on a 1-yard reception. The guy we just said, not just said, but a guy that has only had 1 reception before in the whole game just gets his 2nd one for a 1-yard gain. The guy there in the slot next to the tight end is wide open, coming across the middle. Graves could have hit him, and he gets stopped. He gets sacked for a 5-yard. Jacob Carroll gets his 2nd sack of the game against this Florida State defense or offense. He just bull rushed past that defender. Looks like the fullback trying to block him, and Carroll on the big defensive play as Florida State comes out 11 plays, 63 yards in this drive. 4th and goal from the 12, and Florida State comes out to go for it. Setting up a screen. He's got guys. Reed gets the ball and touchdown. Florida State on the screen. They set it up perfectly, and Florida State gets the first touchdown of the game. As on the replay, you see Graves sets it up. The blockers are there. Reed gets the ball, and he gets grabbed from behind around the 2-yard line, but he had enough momentum going to roll forward. And Florida State, with this extra point, now leads 7-6 over the Maryland Terrapins. And it is a football game now, gentlemen. We have a 1-point lead by the number 25 team in the nation, who will now kick it off to the Maryland Terrapins with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the game. As you see the comparison here for the game summary, very close, 37-47 for plays. Yards are about the same, but the big difference that has been the ticker all game is Florida State just got the first touchdown in the game and leads by 1, 7-6 over Maryland as Tate drops back. Maryland takes a shot downfield, and he's got a big gain there for 26 yards to Trey Hartman, the halfback, who must have released out of the backfield. Let's watch the replay. We didn't see him release out of the backfield. It just goes untouched by the defender there. You can see number 90 realizes his mistake. But, oh, crap, he's going downfield. He's going to get the ball, and he does. And it's a big 25-yard gain by Maryland. They come out too tight, too wide. Hands it off to Hartman to the right side. He's got room, and he gets smacked after a 4-yard gain there. Hartman is about to hit 50 yards, and they're 47 of the hardest yards you've ever seen anybody get. As he falls forward for a 4-yard gain. Well, he fell backwards for a 4-yard gain because he got leveled out there. Tate with the read option, he pulls it from the halfback who gets crumpled in the backfield, and he takes off for a rush of 11 yards. Big Deshaun Young hits him for for his 5th tackle, as that was a ballsy play by Tate, keeping the ball and running right up the gut. His halfback got punished as he hits on this play. He hits a guy out in the flats, Lawrence Huff, for a 5-yard reception, and it'll be 2nd and 5. That was Huff's 3rd catch of the game. And Tate is now over 200 yards. Maryland comes out 4 wide. Shotgun formation. Pump fakes. He's got a guy. He hits back. It's got to be Murphy. Murphy takes all the big plays. No, that was Lawrence Huff on a 9-yard reception on a quick hook there. 4th reception of the game. And Tate is 24-27 for 211. You could not ask for a better game from a quarterback so far, except getting more touchdowns. But that is Florida State's defense. Florida State's defense is a rock as he takes a shot. He's got to go over the middle. Touchdown, Maryland. Lawrence Huff beats the defender, breaks the tackle, and we just said Jason Tate needed a touchdown, and he's got a touchdown over the middle as the defender went for the interception. Fell short, quite literally, and Huff runs it in for the touchdown. Maryland's going to go for 2 to make it tied if Florida State gets the touchdown and the extra point. Tate drops back. They blitz the safety. He's got a guy in the end zone, and they get the 2-point conversion. And Maryland now leads by 1 score, 7 points, 14-7, as that was a hell of a drive by the Maryland Terrapins. And my voice is going away, so I need a drink. All right, we're back here on the kickoff as Maryland boots it down. There are 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game, and Florida State takes the touchback. Florida State comes back. Again, we just saw this, guys. 300 total yards by Maryland. Maryland has almost double the yardage that Florida State has. But Florida State had the lead until about 12 seconds ago. So let's see what Florida State's answer is as Graves comes out in 4-wide formation. Maryland bunches up the defenders. It goes through one receiver's hands into the second receiver's hands, and that was a great play. Great concentration there by Reggie Colley for his 3rd catch. And that's 156 on the day by Graves now, as we need to see that replay, but it will not show it. It looked like it went through the first receiver's hands, over the defender's head, and into the second receiver's hands for the big play, first down. They run an option left. He pitches to the left. He hits Reed on the pitch, and Reed falls forward. Oh, they call that a pass because it was forward, as Reed basically gets a reception on the option play there. That was a big 14-yard carry, big 14-yard gain. As Florida State is now driving, they have to get a touchdown with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Hits a guy on the flats. He hits Reed, his running back out there in the flats for a 3-yard reception. A 3-yard loss, I should say, on the reception. He's now 164 for a touchdown and an interception. Lance Jennings on the big play, good coverage, good defense, which led to the 3-yard loss. And it is now 2nd and 13, and this clock is ticking, guys. 3.5 minutes left in the game. Florida State's got to get a touchdown to stay in this game now. 4 wide. Takes a step back, hits a guy in the flats, and that looks like it's Williams, and it is Williams on an 8-yard gain. The clock's ticking. 3 minutes. It's going to be 3:15 by the time this ball is snapped. 3rd and 4. 4 wide. Takes a shotgun formation, takes a shot. He's got a guy on the flats, and he hits him, and that's a toe tap catch by Matt Malone. 10-yard reception, and first down, Florida State. Great play by Graves. Great pass, great call. And we got a drive here, guys. This is no better football than Football Rivals here. As he's got a guy over the middle, he takes a shot, and he just throws the ball away. Throws the pass away. Good defense there by Maryland. And he realized he only has 3 minutes left in the game and didn't want to waste any more time. Threw the ball away. Comes out 4 wide. Shotgun formation. Takes the shot back. Hits the guy over the middle. He's got a blocker. He gets to the first tackle. Whoa! And that guy was wheelbarrow cartwheeling over the play. He didn't even have the ball, and he got punished. Florida State comes out 4 wide. Maryland's defense has got to stop him here. They hand it off to Reed on a counter play, and he goes for a big play there. Keeps him honest. 7-yard gain on the counter run. It's going to be 2nd and 3. 2.5 minutes left in the game, and Florida State is driving to try to tie this game back up. 4 wide. Hands it off to Reed again. Reed's got a hole in the middle. And Nick Reed with the 6-yard rush. After the 6-yard rush, 2 runs for 13 carries. Back-to-back, Maryland's got to start thinking, are they going to keep running here on red zone? Or are they going to play action and pass it? Hands it to Reed again up the middle. Maryland was ready for him that time. That was actually Justin Morris as Reed takes a breather. for a 2-yard run. And Maryland was ready for him that time, as we're now under 2 minutes left in the game. And the way this clock's going, this might be Florida State's last chance here. It's come out 3 wide right, 1 left. Running back releases. Graves takes a shot back. He's got a guy on the sideline, and he hits him. That's a 7-yard reception by Jack Benson, who it looks like is a freshman, a true freshman here with his first game of the year. And this crowd is feeling it now as they're starting to get loud, realizing this might be the game, as that was a great play. It's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 1. Apparently they can get a first down here without having to get a touchdown somehow. Florida State takes a shot back. Graves he's floating, he's just sitting there, and he throws the ball away. Maryland's defense steps up, makes Graves throw the ball away. He had a chance. He had room on the right side to take off and put his head down and try to get the touchdown. As it's now 4th and 1, 5 wide. Graves steps back. He's got some guys. He takes a shot to the left side, and that's a touchdown! Touchdown, Matt Malone. Florida State gets the touchdown. And with the extra point, we will be tied at 14 with 1:37 left in the 4th quarter. Florida State, Graves, hell of a drive there. That was a great drive by Florida State. Great touchdown on 4th and 1 nonetheless, as they kick the extra point to tie it, and we are tied at 14 here. It's like the kickoff never happened to start the game. 0-0. $1:30 left in the game. Maryland, Tate and Maryland offense has been feeling it the last few drives. Man, this is some exciting football here in this college edition. The finale of week 7, the finale of week 6, I should say, of Football Rivals. If you're enjoying what you're watching, go and like, subscribe, comment, join all the socials, join the Discord, make a player, come be an owner, get part of this league. As Tate in this offense comes out, wide receiver in motion, drops back in a short formation, short shotgun. He takes it, the ball is hit on the line. The ball was tipped by Clark there, it looks like, as he had a guy out in the flats trying to hit him. Tate comes back out 4 wide, pump fakes to the left side. He's got a guy over the middle, hits him, and it's going to be a short 3-yard gain to Huff. It's going to be 3rd and 7 with 1:20 left in the game. Huff's been a workhorse with his 6th reception for 54 yards. As Maryland comes out 4 wide again. Tate and this team, they've got to get 7 here for the first down. They've got time to get the first down as he has that guy wide open over the middle. Out on that left or right side of the hash there. And that's James Turner with his first reception of the game. What a way to welcome himself to the game. Wake up and make a catch, young man. That was a first down, big play there by Tate. Minute left in the game. Tate drops back. He gets hit. He gets crumpled into a million pieces by the outside blitzer as Tate stepped into the pass, being a man, and delivers that pass, but to no one. As there's now 59 seconds left in the game. Tight end, Big Burnett in motion from the left to the right. They're just letting the clock sit. Tate snaps the ball, collects himself before the snap, hits a guy on the flats, and that's Burnett on the flats out there. Route to the outside on the right side, and Booth's gonna review this. It looks like. Yep, Booth's gonna review Burnett's catch. Foot. I think that's a catch. Let's see what they say.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Yep, play stands. He had 2 feet down. That was a pro-style catch. As Big Burnett, who broke the record last week, I should say, for Maryland, has been pretty quiet today. He hasn't had as many receptions as he did last week. As they hit, it's like Hartman out in the flats. Nope, that's Burnett again. It's Burnett. He released outside, and Florida State calls their first timeout. 49 seconds left in the game. I don't know why they call it timeout, just a punt. If you're going to call timeout on 4th and inches, you got to go for it. That one confuses me as Madison boots it away. And all they did was give Graves and Florida State more time. Oh, sorry. I'm completely wrong. Florida State called that timeout so that Maryland would punt it to him. Sorry. Ignore me. As Graves hits a guy in the flats out to the left side. Keith Johnson on a 5-yard reception. That's his third catch of the game for 11 yards. And Graves is now over 200 yards, or he was, but Graves is at 2:07. Clock's ticking. 27 seconds. 25. They got to call a play here. They're just content. It looks like they're content to go to overtime. And if you're new to this league, you'll know that we kind of have a hex going. The last 2 or 3 weeks in a row now, this will be the third or fourth game in a row that is the finale of the week, the Sunday night game, called by yours truly, and we have gone to overtime. As he hits a guy deep on the right formation, and that's going to fall short. Matt Malone at the end of regulation on a big 35-yard reception. And we are going to overtime, like I just said, for the third or fourth week in a row here on the week finale, the Sunday night game called by me, Commissioner Back. If you would like to call games or like to be part of this league, hit us up. We're looking for board members. We're looking for whatever you can do to help the league. We're looking for commentary guys. You got to sound professional. You got to be as awesome as Skip Lloyd. As Graves throws the ball away on the first possession of timeout, or of overtime, I should say. And Maryland's defense. Maryland's got a good red zone defense today. You got to think that's going to play into their hand here as Florida State gets the ball first in overtime. Hands it off to Reed up the middle. And he's bottled up. Oh, he doesn't go down. He didn't go down the first time, and he's finally caught behind by 3 or 4 Maryland Terrapins. And they said, sit down. It's now 3rd and 5. Florida State comes out 4 wide. 3rd and 5. They don't have to get a touchdown. This is overtime. Hits a guy over the middle. Falls forward. It's going to be a 3-yard game. Florida State going to take the field goal. You can take field goals in the first 2 overtimes in college overtime, but not the third one. As soon as you get to the third overtime, which we found out last week, or which we showed last week, there are no more kicks allowed. As the field goal is up and good, and Graves and the Florida... Graves and Florida State are now in the lead in overtime by 3. All right, I'm back. I have taken a drink. We have gargled with mineral oil, salt, and diesel. And we are ready to call this Maryland possession for overtime. As Florida State, the number 25 team in the nation, has struggled all day on offense. Their defense stood up when needed. Maryland has just been playing well outside himself as they hit receiver over the middle. Was that Murphy? Because they're just taking a breather together. They're just going to lay on the field after a big 9-yard gain. And Maryland is driving. Can they get the touchdown to win the game here in overtime? As they hand it to the fullback up the middle, and the fullback rips off a big 7 or 8 yard gain on 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1. And Maryland with the gutsy call there to hand it off to the fullback. Everybody loves a big fullback run. Come out in that bunch formation to the right set that they love. No motion this time. He's got blockers to the right side. And Hartman takes off to that right side, and he's just too slow to get the edge. He is definitely a north to south rusher, and they tried running him northwest that time, or northeast. And it didn't work. He did manage to get a yard. As Maryland comes out, Tate is under formation, Burnett in formation from the left to the right. Handed off to Hartman, and he puts his helmet down into number 20. Still didn't catch 20. Brown, there he goes. He showed us his name, guys. He heard us. Brown, who's been having a hell of a game, came in on that. You see him right there. He's at slot corner. He's been having a lot of good defensive plays. As Hartman steps over the first guy, gets tackled by the defender at the second level, and it's going to be 4th and 8 First guy puts his shoulder into, sits him down, and there were just too many to fight off that second time as he goes down valiantly. And we will see Maryland kick the field goal in the first overtime to try to tie it up. And it's up, and it's good, and Maryland will flip sides of the field and take the ball for the second overtime. Maryland comes out. They will start the second overtime. 3 wide. They set up a screen. This is what got them the touchdown to get. This is what got the Florida State to get into the game, to get the lead, to get the tie, to get in the game. As he hits on the screen to the left side, big gain there, about 12 yards. First down, and Tate comes out empty in the set, 5 wide. It hits a quick screen out to the right side, and he turns around, and that was Burnett. And you cannot run a quick screen to Burnett, guys. Actually, that wasn't Burnett. He was just as slow as Burnett for some reason. They hit the quick little tunnel screen out there, and the tunnel had collapsed. Offset I formation, hands it off, and Florida State's, there's Brandon Smith. Where you been all day, young man? Brandon Smith with the big tackle from behind on Hartman. 3rd down and 10. Brandon Smith came all the way from the left side of the line, left side of his defensive line to make that play. As Tate takes a shot out to the right side and hits a guy. Toe taps, falls, 4-yard reception, and it is now 4th and 6 with Maryland kicking the field goal to take the lead here, 20-17 in the second overtime of the game. Florida State and Graves come out. You got to think maybe they should run a screen here, or run some runs up the middle with Reed to set this defense in motion to try to block the run and then take a shot, as Graves has all day to throw. And he hits. Big play over there, over the middle to the right side, and about 11 or 12-yard gain to number 83. And I don't have time to get my roster sheet out. This action's so fast-paced right now in our double overtime. Graves takes the shotgun, takes a quick 2-step drop, takes a shot over the middle. He's got to go wide open and touchdown, Florida State. And that's going to be the ball game as Graves shuts this crowd up. They can't believe what just happened. Brian Williams, who's had a heck of a game all game, released over the middle. Graves sees him, hits him in the streak, hits him in the middle, in stride, on a frozen rope, a laser dot. And that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to end it. Double overtime, Florida State with the disrespect of the tomahawk chop. And why not? Graves is player of the game, 30 of 40, 271, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions today. That was the key to the victory as Florida State survives Maryland 23-20 and will improve to 3-2. And you got to think at least another spot or two in the top 25 in the nation, as someone's got to lose ahead of them. This has been week 6 of Football Rivals. Hell of a game, great action. Thank you for joining me. Go watch Saturday night's game with Skip Lloyd. It was a big play, big game. Next week's Saturday night game will be Georgia versus Texas A&M. That's right, McNamara will take on his old team that he won the national championship with. But until then, go watch the games, go join the league, like, subscribe, comment, and welcome to Football Rivals.